Hello everybody, I'm teacher Roman. Today we are going to discuss the quantities lesson from Unit 4 Cities 9th grade students. First of all, do you know that there are two types of nouns in English language? And the answer is yes, there are two types of nouns in English language. Our lesson today is quantity. The quantity contains the countable and non-countable nouns. You can find it at page 32 in your student's book. So countable nouns are basically the nouns that can be counted. The nouns that we can use is and are. The verb is and the verb are. The nouns that we can use plural s, or you can use it as a single noun. So it can take singular, as I said, orange, for example, and it can take plural, such as oranges. Apple for singular, apples for plural. So it can be counted. Moving on, for the countable nouns, we can answer the question how many. For example, how many books do you have in your bag? 10 books. How many oranges do you have in your plates? 4 oranges. How many apples do you have in your house? 7. How many pens do you have in your bag? 3. So we can answer with numbers. These are the countable nouns. The non-countable nouns are exactly the opposite of the countable nouns, such as, for example, they always take singular nouns, they never take plural noun, and they cannot be counted. So, for example, I want a piece of bread. So bread here is the non-countable noun. We use a piece of instead of numbers. For example, if we are going to change the number of breads, let's say, and breads is wrong, as I said, the number of bread. So if we want bread to be plural, we will say I want 4 pieces of bread instead of I want 4 breads. It's wrong. So we are going to change the noun before. As I said, for example, if I want to say I want more than 1 cup of tea, so I'm going to say I want, instead of the A, the number that I want. So for example, I want 5 cups of tea. I want 6 cups of tea. I hope you get it. So tea and bread cannot be counted. Moving on, these are examples of the non-countable nouns. For example, abstract ideas, physical objects, and qualities. Abstract ideas are nouns that are abstract, that cannot be, how can I say it? It's not touchable, you can't smell it, you can't touch, but it's there. So for example, dream, truth, and justice. Physical objects, it's the objects that you can feel, you can touch and smell, but it is non-countable. For example, water and sugar. Qualities, stuff like happiness, honesty, and love. So this is a video.
Uncountable nouns do not have a plural form. For example, we say information, but not informations. Uncountable nouns thus take the singular form of the verb. Different quantifiers are used with countable and uncountable nouns.
The space in the middle
is
for
nouns,
both countable and non-countable.
No, none, few, a few, some, many, most, a lot of, all. For uncountable nouns, you can use no, none, not much, little, a little, some, a lot of, all. Notice that.
Okay, moving on. More examples for countable and non-countable. The countable nouns, I chose class. For example, we can say how many courses, how many classes are you taking for this course? So the answer is 5 classes or 6 classes. So class is a countable noun because we can make it as plural noun. Pen. How many pens are you holding in your hand? For example, 6 pens, 7 pens. And for books, how many books do you have in your bag? 5 books, 4 books. And for bag, how many bags do you own in your house? I own 6 bags, for example. Now we have the non-countable nouns. I chose attention. Attention is an abstract idea, as I said earlier. Butter is a physical object that is non-countable. We can say I need some butter. Some butter is like a number for the butter. And time is an abstract idea, and a noise also is an abstract idea. Now we have the exercise. Match the following pictures with the following words. I chose these objects. They are the most easiest examples. Milk, for example. Milk goes to non-countable, and tree goes to countable, and bananas goes to the countable, and rice for the non-countable. For example, I have 5 bananas in my plate, or I have 6 trees back in my yard. And for the non-countable, I need a plate of rice, for example. So, moving on, the summary. We are going to repeat the stuff that we said earlier. Countable nouns are the nouns that can be answered by the question how many, and it can be singular or plural. So this is the most easiest summary in the world. And non-countable nouns are the nouns that cannot be counted in numbers, and it's always a single noun, such as information is the noun for information. We can't say informations. So this is the summary. I hope you liked that video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.